This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, so as you can see guys, the docker ps-a, it will show all the stopped containers, and what if it is it will show both the stopped as well as running. Okay, so how to remove these containers permanently? Okay, so the command is for that. So let's clear my screen. So docker ps-a, first we'll find out all the containers which is in running or exited status. So how to remove it? So the what do you call, the command is docker. So yesterday you come to know, right, how to stop the container. So docker container stop and provide the container ID or container name. So how to remove the container permanently? Okay, so in order to do that, docker container rm stands for remove, and then provide container ID or a container name, guys. Anything is fine. Okay, so let me give the name here. Okay, it is going to remove. Fine, it has been removed, guys. So now let us check one more time. Docker ps-a, right guys, there is no hdfc container. That container has been deleted permanently. Okay, now one by one is there, means we can do that. Okay, in order to delete this all the containers which is in a stopped state. Okay, how to do that? There is a one command, guys. Okay, called as docker prune. So docker prune, prune. Okay, so you can provide the container here. Okay, if you want to remove the container, or else if you want to remove the volumes, you can use this one also. Okay, the command is docker prune. Okay, so let's do that. So docker, it will remove all the containers. Okay, container prune, prune. Okay, enter. In a single shot it will remove, guys. Okay, enter. I go give yes. Okay, see, so all these are the containers now. So now you can see, so docker ps-a, you can see none of the containers are running, none of the containers are in exited status. Everything has been removed permanently, and once it is removed permanently, yes, we cannot revert that. Okay, if you want to revert that, you need to use the, yeah, it is not possible to revert, guys. Okay, so you need to use the image in order to create it one more time. Okay, but one question, guys, how to save these containers? Let's say you are working on some of the containers. Okay, and you want to save it. Okay, how to save that, and how to check the logs also, whatever the things which is happening in the container, right? In order to find the logs, so the command is docker container logs and provide the container name or container ID. Okay, so let's create some of the containers again. So what are the images available? So docker images, you can see there is a two, so the three images available, that is a CentOS, MySQL and bash. Okay, so let's use CentOS. So let's create a one container, docker container, sorry, docker run -it. Then what we will do, okay, CentOS is the, sorry, CentOS and with the bash. Okay, so let's do it in a detached here. Okay, okay, so it is created in the backend. So docker, yes. Okay, you can see one container is running. So let's log in into this container. So docker exec -it, it will, I want to interact with the interactive terminal with this container. Okay, and with the bash prompt. Okay, now I have logged in into the container. Okay, so now let us do some of the activities like lsf and ltr I will do. Okay, and we will, what we will do, we will write we'll create some files like a touch hdfc. Let's create a one directory called as a mkdir devops. So some activities I'm doing right now. Okay, nothing else. Okay, so what I will do, I will exit from this container. Okay, Now I want to see the logs. Okay, how to do that? So first get the container id or container name by executing docker ps. Okay, you will get the container id or container name, whichever is okay. Then use the docker container logs. Okay, then provide the container id or container name. Let's provide the container id now. Okay, sorry, it is not showing anything. Docker logs, uh, log or logs it is. Why it is not showing anything? Docker ps. Okay, docker container log. So it is logs. So let us try docker logs hyphen help. It is saying docker logs and then container. Okay, so why it is not coming? Docker logs, docker ps, then provide docker logs, provide the container id or name. Nothing is showing. What's wrong here? Hyphen v. Okay, hyphen v is not possible. Something is wrong here. So docker run hyphen it CentOS hyphen name. We'll provide the name for this one. Let's create it like a HDFC. Then with the bash, sorry, bash, and this image should be here. CentOS. Okay, let's touch HDFC or something. mkdir Devops, then look for logs. Okay, let's exit from this one. So docker ps. Okay, it is exited docker ps hyphen a. Okay, ours is available here. So now let us check for this one. So docker logs hdfc. Yes, guys, now we got. There was something wrong there. Okay, now we can see in order to find the logs of your container, guys. Okay, you can use the docker logs and provide the container id or container name. So once you've done that, what are all the activities you have done, right? The same thing, it will be visible. It is a log file in order to find the logs of your containers, guys. Okay, then how to check the cpu utilization and all those things? Okay, there is a one command called as a docker stats.
Can we do the filtration of the logs, Tushar?
Sorry,
Can we filter the logs based on some conditions here? Because Because logs will be huge, right? Okay, we want to see a
Yes,
particular log. Yeah.
yes. So basically it will be in a VI format. I mean, it will be just like a notepad only. Okay, you can search it using /1. Okay, there we can able to identify. Filter one I have not tried. Mm, just a second. So if you're not understanding anything, just refer this document, guys. Okay, docs.docker.com. Here it will be everything will be available here. Okay, you can provide hyphen timestamp. Okay, hyphen timestamp. With this timestamp you can provide. Okay, you can able to find out.
Okay.
Okay, so whatever the commands, if you're not understanding, right, use the help command. Okay, it will provide all the information with an example. Okay, now I don't know this docker stats. Okay, how I don't know how to execute. Use help command. It will show all the options. Okay, so usage, docker stats. Okay, options. So what are all the options? Here all the options, and provide the container name. Okay, it will shows the resource usages. Okay, so let's do that. So let's take any one of the container. Okay, docker ps. Okay, so one container is available here. Let's take this example. Okay, so docker stats. Okay, and provide the container. Docker ps. Okay, so then docker stats.
Tushar, I think we lost you for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, nothing. I didn't say anything.
Sir,
No audio. Okay, now you can able to hear me, right?
and now.
Yes. Now we're able to hear.
Okay. So this is what the statistics is. Okay, in order to find the statistics of your containers. Okay, so let's control C. Okay, let me clear my screen. Okay, so let's do it one more time. Okay, in order to find the statistics, I mean resource usages of your container, you can use the stats command, guys, in order to find it. Okay, so enter. Okay, so this is what the container ID. Okay, PID is CPU utilization is 0, memory is, it is showing this much. Okay, its limit is this much, memory is around 0.15%, it has been used, guys. Okay, so even though we have not assigned any of the resources for our containers, but it is based on our kernel resources it will take. Okay, you can see, right, df-h. Okay, so this is, so here is my space. Okay, the disk utilization, you can see, right, 7.7. okay, it is of 8 GB. Okay, so use is 2.8 GB and available is 4.9. so based on your kernel resources, whatever the resource is available, you can able to, so a docker container will automatically takes how much it is required. It will not occupy entire thing. Okay, how much it is required, it will occupy. Okay,
Is there any default value for this?
No, nothing,
Sir?
nothing. Okay. If you,
When we
if
create a
the,
Docker, okay.
sorry.
No, when we create a Docker, it analyzes
Uh,
our configuration, and based
yeah.
on that, it will create in container, or how it creates it.
Actually, how much it is required now, it will take that one. Okay, let's say we are going to create a one content. Okay, it requires of 10 MB. Okay, it will take only 10 MB. It will not touch anything else. Okay, if it is
For
having a
example,
very less,
in a Docker, we'll be adding multiple things, right? Like CentOS and SQL, so a couple of other tools. So it will be go on increasing, right? So based on it,
yeah,
it dynamically it will start increasing its memory, or
no. See, if it is the if the kernel is having the resource, then it will utilize. Otherwise, no. Okay, if I
okay,
have a 10 GB of data, 10 GB of hard disk, it will utilize that if the space is available. Okay, otherwise,
Mhm.
no.
So
I
it's
mean,
not
like in a workstation, VMware workstation, we used to keep the dedicated resource for that, right? We are assigning some hard disk, some RAM for the virtual machines, right? Here, there is no such concepts here. Okay,
okay,
if it is there, it will occupy. Otherwise, no.
okay.
Okay, if there is any
Is it
space issue is there, if there is any space issue is there, while creating the container itself, it will throw an error saying that the space issue is there.
okay? Is there any way to do it static wise? It's give that option also, or not?
There is an option, okay, but it is not a recommended one, okay. There is an option. We can do that. We can restrict the the space of this Docker containers. We can do
Mhm.
that.
Okay.
Okay, because it is not, even though if you mention it right, see, let's say we are, since if you are using for a microservice architecture, correct? Okay, we will be using this such kind of Docker containers. In a real time, the n number of containers will be going up and down. Okay, at that time we cannot predict here, right? Okay,
Mm.
hence we will not give any such restrictions in order to keep our application healthy. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so fine guys, now yeah, right, say CentOS. Sorry, there's one more tab is there right here. So right now guys, we are using somebody else created containers guys, sorry, somebody else created images, but how to create our own images guys here, correct? Okay, so whenever we are using, we want to create a containers, okay, what we are going to do, we are using the this one, okay, it is fetching the images from the hub.docker.com, right? One second guys. Okay, so we are using this CentOS image. Okay, how it is creating on the basis of image, Docker image, sorry, Docker file. Okay, so let's open any one of this Docker file. Okay, so this is a one Docker file guys. Okay, so based on this Docker file, okay, it is creating a image. Okay, from that image we are creating the containers, right? Now the question arises guys, how we need to write this Docker file. Okay, from the Docker file only we can able to create the image, and from image we can able to create a any number of containers. Okay, so now let's discuss how to create these images now. Okay, now we will start working, now we will start working on how to create our own images. Okay, not from the hub.docker.com. Okay, in order to do that one guys, okay, what we need to do is we need to create a one file called as a Docker file. Okay, so D must be capital letter, guys. It's mandatory, otherwise it will not work. Okay, Docker file, D must be capital letter, and file, it's a single word, Docker file. We need to create a one Docker, so sorry, one Docker file. Okay, under that Docker file we will write our script. Okay, so how to create or write a script here? Okay, it is not difficulty also. There are some keywords is there. Okay, using those keywords we can create our own Docker file, guys. Okay, so let's discuss some of those keywords. It is around only 7 or 8 keywords only. Using that we can able to create our own Docker file. Okay, sorry, images. So the first one is the from. Okay, this is a one keyword, guys. Okay, from, yeah, from. Okay, it is the first instruction. Yeah, sorry guys. Okay, some call was there. Okay, so from is the, guys, you can able to hear me, right?
Continue.
Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah, the first keyword is the from keyword. Okay, it is the first instruction in any of the Docker file. You can refer any Docker file, guys. Okay, the first instruction will be from. Okay, and it defines base image to be used. Okay, so what it is going to define is, it is going to define the base image. Okay, let's say I am going to create a one Docker file. For that I require a CentOS or Ubuntu OS or any other, not only the operating system, any of your application also, like a Tomcat, MySQL, whatever it is. Okay, so it is the base image. Okay, whenever your, I mean, your container starts, container is going to be created, right? So this is the base of that image, so it is a base of that container. Okay, so let us do that. Okay, so now what we will do, we will start creating our own Docker file now. Okay, in order to do that one, guys, so let's create, I think this one is very slow. Let me close this. Okay, so let's create a one directory. It is not mandatory, guys, just I'm creating. Okay, like a DevOps. Let's go into that directory. Okay, in that nothing is available. Now what we need to do is, first we need to create a one file called as a Docker file. Okay, it should be the same name only, with a no extension is not required. Okay, if you provide any other extension, it is not going to work, guys. Okay, so create a one directory or a file called as a vi docker file, docker docker file. Okay, with no extension. Just open it, this one, and press I. It will come in insert mode, and first we'll write the first keyword. What is the first keyword? From. Okay, it is not capital only, guys, you can provide a small also, just I'm giving here. So now what we will do, we will use the we will download the same one only. Okay, CentOS, we are going to use the this CentOS. Okay, for my application. Okay, just escape it, colon wq. Okay, now you can see the Docker file. You have a from keyword, and the base image it is going to be used is CentOS. Now what I will do, I will create my own Docker file now. Okay, sorry, Docker image. Okay, from that image we are going to create a containers. Okay, so before doing that, let us check what are all the images available right now. Okay, you can see there is a 3 images: CentOS, MySQL, and Bash. Okay, now we will create our own image. Okay, how to create? Okay, the command is docker build. Okay, that I'm going to build the image. Provide -t. T stands for tagging. Okay, and what you wants to give the name for your image. Okay, let's say I will give the name for this image as my CentOS. Okay, CentOS. Okay, and where is the Docker file is available? So because of based on this Docker file only it is going to be created. Okay, so where is it? It is currently available in the same location, hence provide dot. Okay, otherwise if this Docker file is available in any other location, then you need to provide the what do you call absolute path of that file. Okay, just enter. See guys, it has successfully created. Okay, now let us clear my screen and check the images. Okay, Docker images. See, you got it right. My CentOS. Now we have created the image. From this image we can create our own container now. So how to create? Again same command. So docker run -it. So what the image you want to use? My CentOS is the image name and bash is the terminal. See, we can able to create it, right? Okay, that is the command of in the interview they will ask all these commands guys. What is docker ps, what is docker ps -a, how to create an image. Okay, what is the command for that? So they are totally on the commands they will ask guys. Okay, so please be thorough with these commands. In order to create a command, sorry, in order to create a image, okay, the command is docker build, okay, -t. T stands for tagging. That means whatever the name you want to provide for that container, that it is, for image, that it is, and provide the docker file location. Okay, then it will start create. Then it will create the image from the docker file. Okay, fine. Now then comes the second command, maintainer. Okay, so what is this maintainer here? Okay, it is the it just provides the information who has created this docker file. Okay, you can provide your name, your official mail id, your contact number, whatever it is. Okay, it is nothing doing. Okay, maintainer, it is nothing, just provides the information who has wrote this docker file. Okay, then the third command, run. Okay, so why we need to use this run command here? Okay, in order to execute any commands in a container, okay, we need to use this run command. Let's say something you want to execute under container. Okay, at that time we need to use. So let's do that. So I will give one example guys. Okay, in real time you need to use all the same commands only. Okay, there is no changes. Okay, you need to create your own docker file based on your requirement. Okay, so fine, so let's exit. Okay, let me open my docker file, pi docker file. Okay, now this, sorry, now the second command, it is called as a maintainer. Okay, who is the maintainer? Myself only. I will provide the mail id. So maintainer indicates who is going to be maintain this image. Okay, then the third one, what I said, run command, right? So what this run command will do, whatever the command you want to execute, okay, under container, okay, you can use this run keyword. Okay, let's say I want to create a one directory here, okay, under containers. Okay, we'll call this one as a Devops. Okay, so let's escape and save this one. Okay, let's create a docker file. Okay, now what I, sorry, okay, now I have provided the same command only, docker build -t my CentOS dot, right? So I will give one here because my CentOS is already available, it will throw an error, hence I'm providing one. Okay, and enter. So as per my docker file guys, what it has to do, it has to, under container there should be a one directory called as a Devops. Okay, So let us check. We'll create an image, and from that image we'll create a one container and see. Okay, enter. mkdir command not found. Sorry, mdks. The command is wrong, guys. Okay. Sorry. vi docker file. mk dir. Okay, it has successfully created, guys. Now let us check the images. Docker images. You can see my CentOS 1 has been created successfully. Okay, let's create a container from that. Okay, so docker run -it my CentOS 1 with the bash prompt. Okay, and check ls-ltr. You can see the DevOps directory has been created, guys. Okay, so keep it in mind, guys. Okay, which command works for what purpose it is. Okay, based on that you can start creating your own images. Okay, in the interview they may ask question for how to write the Docker file. Okay, you need to explain the keywords, or they may directly ask you to write a Docker file for so and so. Okay, you need to be able to write this, so please be practice. So exit. Then what else? What's the next command? Add. Add we will do later on. Okay, so now let's say, guys, I want to copy some files to my container. Okay, to my image. Okay, so how to do that? So right now any files is there? Nothing is there. One second, let us go back here. Some file will be available. Yeah, this get docker.sh is there, right? We will move this one. Okay, cd get docker.sh to DevOps. Okay, let's go into this DevOps. Okay, so here you can see, guys, there is a two files. One is our docker file, another one is a get docker.sh. That is a one script. Okay, now I want to copy this get docker.sh to my image. Okay, so whenever the container is going to be created, so this script will be available there. Okay, so let's do yeah, vi docker file. So okay, so the command is copy, copy, copy. So what is that? Sorry, just one second. I need to copy this one. Sorry, I'm doing somewhere else. Yeah, here, right? Yeah, copy. So where is my file? So this is what my file. Okay, where it has to place. So let's place this one in a DevOps one. Okay, we'll see the directory which we have created right above. So that one I'm providing here. Okay, escape colon wq. Let's create a image from this one. So docker build -t. Okay, my CentOS 2 with the dot. Okay, it has successfully built, guys. So let us clear the screen and check the docker images. You can see my CentOS 2 has been created. So let's create a container from this one. So under DevOps directory you will find the our script, guys. There is a get docker.sh script. Okay, so let us try. So docker run -it my CentOS 2 with the bash terminal. Okay, check for ls-ltr. Yeah, here is our DevOps. Go into this directory. Okay, under that you check for the file. Yes, guys, you can see, right? get docker.sh. So the copy command works like that. Okay, so all these commands they will ask us in the interview. What is the use of that? Okay, and all those things. Guys, any difficulties or something? Or you guys are not understanding, let me know, because it is very important. Come on guys, I wanna reply. Yes, yes, Alok, you guys need to practice more, because commands is everything. If you thorough with the commands, you can do whatever you want. Okay, any other doubts? Okay, so let's download one zip file guys for our example. So let's download this Maven only. I'm just downloading this Apache Maven guys for my, I want to show something. So wget. Okay, so here you can see one command guys. Okay, Apache Maven, I mean, ignore about the file name. I'm concentrating on a zip file. Okay, you can see tar.gz. Okay, so this is a one kind of zip file. Okay, so now the question arises guys, I want to copy this zip file to my what do you call it, image. Okay, so what the command will happen now. Okay, just copy this. Okay, so here we'll write. Okay, so what is my script will do now? So from, okay, from what we have done like a CentOS, right? So then what I need to do is I need to copy this zip file. Okay, what I will do again, I will use the copy command. Sorry. So again, I need to use the copy command. Then I need to copy this file. I need to copy this file to so and so location. Let's say I will copy this to Devops. Okay. Now, since you can see guys, this is the zip file, right? So now what I need to do is I need to run the one more command, right? Like a run. Okay. Again, what I need to do, I need to go into this location. Correct. Okay. Let's say, so run. What I will do, I will use cd/devops. Okay, now my script will go into that location. Then what I need to do is I need to run one more command, run. Then what I need to do is it has to unzip. So tar-xvzf and this file name. Okay, so what this command is going to do, it is going to unzip this one. Okay, so unzip to the same location. Okay, let's say will be the same location, Devops. So once it is unzipped, I want to remove this one. Okay, because I don't want to keep this zip file. Okay, so now again one more time I need to run this run keyword and provide rm-rf and then this zip file, right? In order to write, I mean, in order to skip all these things guys, okay, last three scripts. Okay, in order to avoid these three lines, what we can do is there is a one more command called as add. Okay, what it is, add keyword. So what this add keyword will do guys, okay, add keyword will copy this zip file, okay, to the so and so location. Okay, parallelly it will unzips automatically. Okay, once your container is going to be created, right, so that it is going to be unzipped one, not the zip one. But here we are copying the zip one only, but under container, under image, it will be in unzipped status. Okay, and parallelly, it is going to remove this source file. Here, once your container will be recreated, right? So this source file, tar.gz file will not be available there. Okay, in order to avoid these three steps, okay, you can use the only one single keyword called as add. Okay, what the add keyword will do is it will copy the file from the host machine to your container. Parallelly, it is going to be unzipped one, and one more thing, it is going to delete the source file. Okay, under container. Okay, so let's demonstrate that. Okay, you can see guys now. So Apache Maven, let's copy this command. Okay, file vi docker file. Okay, now what I will do, let me remove this one. Okay, I will, it's not required for me. Okay, let me use add, then provide this zip file. Okay, so where it has to go under /devops. Okay, so what, see, even I am providing the zip file guys. Okay, but under container in a DevOps location, it will be in a unzipped one. Okay, and moreover, this zip file will not be available under container. Okay, once we create a container. Okay, so let's escape :wq and let's create a image. So what is the command? Docker build -t. Let's give the name like my CentOS 3 will give. Okay, with the location of Docker file dot. Okay, it has been successfully created. So let's check, create a container from that. So Docker run -it my CentOS 3 with the bash prompt. Okay, so check ls-ltr. Here is my DevOps. Go into that DevOps. Okay, and here, see guys, it is in a unzipped one, but in a Docker file we have provided the zip file, but under container, once the container has been created, it will be in a unzipped format guys, and your application will also be available here. Okay, let's say, well, if you want, you can check into that. Okay, Apache Maven, see, all your files are available, right? Any doubts guys in this add command? Add keyword, sorry, not command, keyword. Only 7 or 8 keywords is there guys. Okay, on the top basis of these 8 keywords only, we can able to create a Docker file. From Docker file we can create a Docker image. From image we can create a Docker containers. Okay, okay guys, today we'll stop it. Okay, I don't want to confuse them more. Is it interesting or boring guys, how it is? Because Docker is very important.
Interesting one, sir.
Okay, but you guys needs to practice more guys, it is very, very important.
Sir.
Okay guys, then tomorrow we'll catch up. Okay, after this session I will going to share the notes. Yesterday I forgot, sorry for that. Okay, today I will share. Okay, fine guys, then tomorrow we'll catch up. Good night, have a great day.